In this video, we're going to go over how we can use our sine and cosine functions to find the missing side lengths. So in this first one, we're going to look right here and I see I have a 30-degree angle. I also see that I know my hypotenuse right here, and that's going to let me be able to find both A and B. So I'm going to start by trying to solve for A. And I can see that A is opposite of the 30-degree angle. So sine is good when we have an opposite angle. The sine of 30 is going to equal A over the hypotenuse, since sine is opposite over hypotenuse. All right, now to solve this, we had said before we could put this over 1 because putting a value over 1 does not change its value. And that allows me to cross multiply. And when I cross multiply, I'll do 1 times A, and then I'll do the sine of 30 times 3. Right? And that's where I'm going to use my calculator. So I'm going to put 30, go up to the trig, click on sine, and then I'm going to times this by 3. And I get 1.5 for A. And I'm able to do that because it was 1A, and 1A is the same thing as A. So A is 1.5. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use the cosine of 30 to find B because B is adjacent. It's part of this angle. And cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So B over 3 again. And again, I'm going to get my calculator, clear it out. And I'm going to do the cosine of 30. And I'm going to times that by 3. And I get 2.59807, so on and so forth. I'm going to round that. I'm going to round it so that we are just going to put 2.6. And now I have found the sides of my triangle. We could prove it using the Pythagorean theorem now. And you could do 2.6 squared plus 1.5 squared. And it should be close to 9, our final answer, because 3 squared is 9. And you can see it is 9.01. That is very close. This is, in fact, going to work. If you were looking to also see that these are going to be equal using the opposite acute angle, this angle right here, it has to be worth 60 degrees. Because remember, all triangles add to 180. So 60 plus 30 plus 90 does, in fact, equal 180. So if I change these, and I did the sine of 60, well, that's going to equal B. We're going to see if we get the same answers. B over my hypotenuse. And again, hopefully you notice these are the same things. The only thing that's changed is now that I'm doing a different function. So we should get an answer of approximately 2.6. This one we did have to round on. So 60, fine. And we're going to multiply it by 3. And you can see I got the same answer, 2.598. which again, we're going to round to just 2.6. So B is in fact still the same answer. And you'll get the same thing if you do the cosine of A, or the cosine, sorry, of B. And we're not going to know this side because that's going to be now my adjacent side. And it's going to be over 3. Again, you see it's the same here and here. Only thing changed is the function that we're using. And again, I got 1.5 for A, which is exactly what we said it should be. So this is how you can use your sine and your cosine functions to find missing pieces of a triangle.